Hey, 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 we're about to get started. Go ahead and get a few more people on the line, letting everybody know we are live and live in color. Hey, I said my money's here. Go ahead, let your group chats know, Facebook group, WhatsApp, what's happening the first Friday in blooming June. Who's ready to bloom for real? Who's ready to blossom? Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. I tell you, this digital world, when you're in more online groups than real life groups, right? So whatever it is that you're visible, we're literally going to get started in a couple of moments. Our co-hosts, go ahead and those in the waiting room, let them in. Hey, they hit different on the right side of Rich, right? On the right side of Bitcoin. I can't wait to talk about it. Our university gates are open. The 35 is on that. We are live and living color. You got 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. Thank you so much, Coral. Okay. Just a couple more places. Oh, wow. Okay, so that's quickly. Are you hearing the lyrics? Like, what are they talking about? 1,000 in a minute? Really? Where they do that at? I see the heavy hitters coming in thick and fast. Who enjoyed their Friday? Go ahead and drop in the chat where you're calling in from. Who do we have in the house with us today? In the Rich Palace with us today? We are global, baby. My life be bullish up is all I see. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. I don't know what that was. It's my son. what did you send me? That's so funny. Okay, let's see who we got in the building. We got nobody in the building. Who we got in the chat? Manchester, UK, stand up. It's your time. Who else? I see Miss Great Red, Florida in the house. Who we got in the house? Drop it in the chat. Drop it in. So we're about to get started. Definitely let everybody know that the Rich Open Day is about, or Open Evening even is about to commence. Let's go ahead. Ooh, when that direct deposit hit, happy residual Friday to you too. Go ahead and just light it up for the skrill. Okay, there we go. Let's just mute that out. Like what in the multiple streams is this lady going on about? So let's just bring it down a little bit. Let's get this out of the way and let's kick off. So first of all, introductions and all of that. Well, before we even do that, what I want you guys to do, this is literally a recreation of our open evening, which was live in living color on Monday, but we can still get down with the hashtags, right? So I want you guys to know to follow our hashtag RichUK. Any selfies that you take in this meeting, any takeaways, any screenshots, go when you post them, be sure to hashtag RichUK on Instagram, okay? Hashtag RichUK on Instagram. So without further ado, let me know if you guys can see my screen, if you guys can hear me clearly. Hopefully you guys can. Okay, that's what I can see there. It's like BBC out here. This is MOREN BC. So I am Miss MOREN UK. I am part of the Rich UK leadership team. In fact, the Rich UK executive assistant to the CEO, the Rich Dr. China Bethley, and have been instrumental in building, this vision, this, amazing $1 million movement, this Rich Foundation infrastructure, more or less from day one. Okay, almost 5 years now, and this was launched in South Africa and by myself as well, Dubai, Curacao, all around the world. And like I said, I've been in this space for almost 5 years. 5 years ago, it wasn't looking like things were looking now. 5 years ago, I was unfortunate to find out that I no longer had a job. That meant that I no longer could pay the bills, and it took a while. Well, it took a while. I've been unemployable ever since. Praise God, thanks to Rich U. But I didn't see a lot of options. Shout out to those who got paid last Friday, payday Friday. What's that bank account looking like now? Are you at the end of the month looking like, seeing more month than money when that happens? It's another Friday. Some people get paid every Friday. If you're rich, then you definitely, get paid daily and twice on Fridays, right? But I was in a position where I was low down, broke, busted, and disgusted. And I had to make a decision. First of all, to lean on my own understanding. I thank God for relationships, right? For rich connections, for somebody who had achieved way more than I had achieved, somebody who had a heart to help others, because just because someone's achieved something doesn't mean they're going to want to help you. So this little girl from Manchester who, had this rich connection out in the United States of America. And because of that, I am now proud to say that 5 years later, I am completely unemployable. And I have used this vehicle to take me from where I was, to where I wanted to be. So let's kind of get into what that looks like. Let's really kind of get into what that looks like. Let me make sure. Yes, we are. Perfect. Hopefully you guys can see my screen. Let me, you see, we've got multiple devices, multiple platforms, multiple streams, just a multi-million-dollar kind of situation. Awesome. So I'm hoping you guys can see my screen. I can't see anybody saying otherwise. So let's roll with the punches. And the first thing I'm always wanting to do, I always like to have, I'm high on engagement. I want you guys to come see, taste, smell, touch. I want you guys to have an experience, a rich experience. So today, whoever invited you today, you definitely want to shout them out, because they definitely are pulling you into a space that you may have never gone before. And they're about to introduce you to the right side of money, the right side of Bitcoin. Who knows about that? So go ahead and download Pocket Options. You want to go to www.pocketoption.com. www.pocketoption.com. Okay, we're going to explain what this is a little bit later. If you're on a phone, you can literally go to your App Store or your Google Play, and you can type in PO Trades. PO Trades. Okay, if you type in PO Trades, then you'll be able to, let me show you what it looks like as well on the computer. Well, it's pretty straightforward, actually. I don't need to go to that. However, let's keep it pushing, because we want to get through a lot in a short amount of time. I'm all about short, sharp, and to the point, right? So what's happening here inside this rich university? If it's a university, like, what's being taught? So I want to break some things down, and I'm going to start with HF Physics. That's what I like to call it. HF Physics, also known as HFX, higher frequency options. You see, this is a subject, this is an area where people are able to compound their interest every single day. Now, Einstein, pretty smart bloke, I'm sure you guys would agree. Einstein once said that compounded interest is the 8th wonder of the world, right? The 8th wonder of the world. He said basically those that understand it, they earn it, and those that don't, they pay it. Those who understand it earn it, and those who don't, they pay it. Like, what does that actually mean? What is compounded interest? Well, let's see if I can show you an example. Because how many of you have ever had any type of loan, whether student loan, you know, mortgage, anything where basically you pay back more than you borrowed? Yeah, you pay back more than you borrowed. You know, there's interest on it. There's interest that's compounded. Drop a 1 in the chat. I need to know who I'm talking to. I must be talking to somebody. Let's see, let's see. So drop a 1 in the chat if you've paid interest on credit cards, mortgage payments, loans, things where you've borrowed or you've got something out, you've not been able to get it outright, so you end up paying back, you know, more than you actually went in on the front end with. Yeah. Anybody out there? Anybody know what I'm talking about, or is this just a myth? Is that not what's happening out here? So let me show you an example of what that means and what's the difference. So I've already told you that's what's happening with you guys mortgages, with you guys credit card, any repayment schemes. But what's actually happening inside these $6.7 trillion streets is people are compounding their interest daily. So if I was to say to you, I was going to give you a penny right now, that every single day it doubles, every single day it doubles, or and only for 30 days, right? It doubles for 30 days. Instead of that, I may give you literally 1 million right now. Now, what would you take? What do you think is more? Do you think that the million is more, or do you think that the actual penny that doubles every day is more? Definitely got a quiet bunch today. So let's show you guys. I can show you better than I can tell you. Some of you may have seen this example before. Some of you may be seeing it for the first time. But this is what compounding your interest looks like. This is what, oh, I see you guys all now. You all woke up. Hey there, hey there, hey. It's me not even looking. So this is what compounding your interest looks like really quickly. Let's see if I can get in a bit closer real quick. So on day one, a penny, this penny on day one is a penny. Day two, it doubled, it's 2p. Great, amazing. No one really cares about that, right? The third day, 4 pence. The fourth day is 8 pence. Now the fifth day, the sixth day, no one's really excited. And this is really important. If you just like peep your eyes on the slow growth at the beginning, you know, 1 penny, no matter how much it's doubling in that one day, because there's only one of the pennies, it can only be 2. But all of a sudden by day 10, you've got $5. And for me, I'm like, wait a minute, I've had a lot of pennies, but you know, I've never been able to put it on a windowsill, grow it, blow on it, make a wish, and it be anything more than really a penny. So when I saw it get to $5, I started to really take note. And the truth is, most people don't make it that far when they are compounding their interest because of the slow gains in the beginning. Just listen to what I'm saying. Because of those slow gains in the beginning, not everybody makes it to see, well, what you can see right here by day 20, there's $5 grand. $5 grand from 1 penny. 5,000 from 1 penny. Like, where do they do that at, right? So you can see it goes on and on until you get to day 30. Until you get to day 30, you've actually got a whole over 5 mil by day 30. Can you imagine? So the reason why that's important, because inside the Rich University, this is what we're doing. We're basically compounding our interest. We've got trading plans, etc. But before I even get into that, I've kind of jumped the gun. I've kind of gone really, really far ahead without kind of starting at the beginning to what's actually going on. So let me introduce you to our academy really quickly. Let's introduce you to our academy really, really quickly. So you can see exactly where I'm getting my information from, where I'm getting this kind of education from, right? Because that's where it all starts. It all starts with education. So hopefully you guys can see the screen. So Rich University are partnered with the #1 digital academy in the world. This is an open day, right? So open day at a university, they have lessons. And here you can see that there is a whole library of academy videos, okay? Now, what type of education are we talking about? Because the truth of the matter is, I went to school, I went to college, and I went to university, okay? And I paid to go to university, right? I didn't have the money up front. I basically got, you know, had to pay somebody else compounded interest, you know, a student loan to be able to go. But everything that they taught me, first of all, you know, it wasn't practical, it was theory-based. But everything that I was taught in school didn't really help me in the real world as far as financial, right? There was no financial literacy. We don't really have the best financial education in public or private school. And I don't know about you guys, but most people I know, they were either publicly educated or privately educated. They didn't get to go to these fancy, you know, elite schools, inner circle schools. Why is this important? Why is this important? Because inside the rich university today, when you get access, you will see that there are a very small minute of people, 5% of the world's population, who have actually been born into the information that I'm about to share with you today. So you might be wondering why it's a little bit new, why it feels a little bit strange. What is FRX Academy? Why have I never heard of this? I've never seen that on the curriculum. You know, foreign exchange. I mean, I see kiosks at the airport, but I don't really know what that means for me. What you don't realize is that the foreign exchange market is the largest market in the world. In fact, it's where all the money lives. All the money in the world is in the foreign exchange market. Who's heard of Forex? Who's heard of Forex? Because all that is an acronym for foreign exchange. In fact, I'm going to show you a video really, really quickly because I'm very visual myself. Someone that's a little bit more eloquent than me, maybe you're thinking I'm just making all this up, you know, but I want to kind of really break this down for you guys. And this is actually what you guys will have access to. And once you are enrolled, this is a whole library of education that is transformation. So let me just make sure that this is full view. You definitely want to take notes. So sit back. This will be a couple of minutes. And this is literally Forex 101. This is what you have access to and a whole array to give you the lingua. So you can learn the language of money and know how to invite more of it into your life. So this is about to take you on a journey of how we even got here.
Welcome to the IM Mastery Academy for Forex. In this course, we'll be talking about what is FRX. Forex can be professionally abbreviated as FX or FRX. This basically is the short term for foreign exchange. It is the official trading market where one can exchange different currencies across the globe. As many countries are backed by their own banks, this allows citizens to use a currency which, in turn, creates an economy. The better an economy thrives, the stronger that currency can become. When anyone travels to other countries, they can participate in the foreign exchange market manually by simply exchanging their own native currency for the one they are visiting. As decades passed, the internet grew worldwide, and Forex found its way online, where traders from any place on Earth could trade currencies digitally, turning over profits from the comfort of their own homes. To give you an idea as to the size of the Forex market, the London Stock Exchange, on average, will trade daily around $7 billion. The Tokyo Stock Exchange will trade roughly around $18 billion, and the New York Stock Exchange can trade about $22 billion daily. Forex, on the other hand, averages trades of over $5 trillion every single day. It is, without doubt, the largest and most liquid market in the entire world. So, let's review. Forex is the market where all the money in the world is being exchanged in real time through currencies. And because of this very particular type of market, Forex attracts many types of investors who see a vast array of opportunities which can create a lucrative career trading within this exchange. The Forex market opens every Sunday, 5 p.m. New York Eastern Standard Time, and ends every Friday, 5 p.m. New York Eastern Standard Time. A key word to remember in this course is geopolitical factors. Geopolitical factors are all factors relating to the resources of world nations. Rivers, mountains, minerals, gas, oil, labor forces, population, politics, and religion, for example, are such factors. It is all these critical components undergoing dramatic changes at once that greatly affects every currency, allowing opportunity for any investor to capitalize on it. It is important to understand that Forex is a very powerful market, and with great power comes great responsibility. Through the continuing education of the IM Mastery Academy, you can learn step by step about the Forex market and how to properly respect and trade from within it on your own.
I think you guys can hear. I hope you guys could hear that. Drop a 1 if you guys could hear that. I see a message, Mrs. J can't hear me. You might need to connect your audio. Can you guys hear? Were you guys able to hear about the largest financial market in the world? Hopefully you was. Hopefully you was. Please let me know before I go any further. Definitely let me know before I go any further. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I see you, I see you, I see you. Okay, so that is basically broken down to you, the largest financial market in the world where all the money lives. And as you heard, the banks are the biggest players. And whose money do the banks have? They don't have their own money. They have your money. So actually, you might have been coming on here to find out how you can be an investor, but finding out that you're already an investor of your bank, not a customer. For every £90 or $90 that you put into your bank account, drop your banks in the chat. Who is it that you're banking with? Like, who is it that you're banking with? Is that HSBC, Barclays, Bank of America, Chase? You see, these guys are basically taking the money that you bank with them, and they don't even keep it in their bank. They put it in investments. They basically trade it in these markets. They're the heaviest hitters. And they turn your 100 into hundreds of thousands, millions even, and give you a whopping 0.00001%. And in this academy, the largest in the world, or the best, the #1 digital academy in the world, through the FRX, also Higher Frequency Academy and Digital Currency Academy, you're going to find out how you can play the game and you can also get ahead. So I want to bring somebody to the forefront really, really quickly to show you guys a little bit more, you know, about this digital realm, because the truth of the matter is the future of your money is digital. The future of your money surely is digital. Everything is smart. You've got smartphones. You could be watching me right now on a smartphone, right? You've got some people, they've got smart watches. I see you, Chase. Yeah, I see you. I see you. Listen, some people even have smart homes where their whole entire house, they can operate it from their phone. They can turn on the lights. They can, you know, set the cable to record, right? There's this digital to record. So then what's going on with your money? It ain't looking very smart, right? If it's still kind of that paper fiat looking, depreciating dollar, depreciating pound, that's not really the smartest way to go. You see, if the future of everything is digital and technology is the future, who agrees? Drop T's in the chat if you believe that we're in the biggest technology age, because the truth is that now money is also technology. Currency is also technology. I don't know about you guys. You might recognize what you see on the screen, Blockbuster. This is definitely a way that we used to consume film, but now we completely don't consume film in that way. Who knows about Netflix? Do the same thing. Go through your mind right now and think about music, CDs, tapes, records. Look at the change that we've gone through, right? Only maybe not even 10 years ago. Now you're doing digital downloads. If you even wanted to go and buy a CD from HMV, you wouldn't know where to start, right? So all that is to say that we are definitely living in a future digital world, and your money is also digital. And I want to bring up this amazing queen to the floor, who definitely is our digital currency connoisseur, somebody who has been a paralegal for 10 years plus, right? An environmental health officer, a boutique business owner. She's a mother and a grandmother and has been 10 months rich. And she's going to be breaking down to you the crypto-economics of that bad boy, Bitcoin. Queen Angel, are you out there? Let me make sure you can unmute. You should be able to unmute. So there it is. There we go.
Hey, hey, hey.
How you doing, Queen Angel? Go ahead and let the people know a little bit about you, why you said yes to being rich, and a little bit about this bad boy Bitcoin.
Hi. Yes, I said yes to rich 10 months ago. 10 months ago, guys. It's been an can you turn it all down, please? Turn it down. It's been an amazing journey. Sorry, I'm in the back of a car at the moment, so just, you know how we do this while we're live still getting on. We're still getting on with our Bitcoin and we're getting on with our platform. Turn it down, please. Thank you very much. Yes, I've been rich for 10 months now. I'm a paralegal, been paralegal for like 10 years plus. environmental health officer. I'm a boutique owner. And yes, I just felt, well, you know, there's more to life. And since I've been on the platform, I've, you know, exponentially increased my my usual earnings. And yeah, I've had a paragon shift, and I've just literally just been awed with a super leadership, mentorship. And yes, we are in an area now where, you know, things are changing, everything is digital. I've literally just come from a restaurant, and you don't get up anymore. They actually bring everything to you, even the bills paid in at the beginning of the servicing. So everything's just changed. So it just means our currency is changing as well. Slowly but surely, it's coming to light. So you know, that's the whole point of, you know, we're here to educate you. We're here to tell you what it's all about. And you know,
so go ahead and quickly let us know what crypto-economics is all about. Let the people know, educate the people on the crypto-economics of Bitcoin and what it is. Like, what is Bitcoin?
Okay, Bitcoin is digital currency, guys. It's measured in Satoshis. Satoshi is equals in interest. So maybe, you know, keep again, because we're going to hear about it. There's going to be no more interest, and it's going to be Satoshis. So yes, so in a Bitcoin, there is 100 million Satoshis. And as I was saying, it's digital money. Basically, you can't physically touch it. It's tangible, but it's very, 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 very expandable. So yes.
So if you can't touch it, how do we know it's worth anything? Like, what would you compare this to? So I know you're in the property, you're also in property. I know you've been able to acquire property from a young age, and that's an asset, right? That's an asset that has increased in value. How can you relate that to what's happening with Bitcoin?
Well, for those ladies out there who, you know, we like a sale. You know, you see the shoes, you know, those Louis Vuittons, you know, they're on sale. They're literally half price. And guess what, guys? It's even gone down again, 75% off. So, you know, I don't know anybody like me. I'll be buying 3 pairs. But it doesn't mean, it means the value of the shoe remains the same, maybe at $1,000. But if it's $1,000, but I got 3 pairs, just because I've got 3 pairs, it doesn't mean to say I've got 3 it devalues because it's on sale. It remains the same. But what I've acquired is 3 pairs of shoes. In actual fact, 2 extra pairs of shoes. So as far as I'm concerned, that's exactly how Bitcoin is. You require an increase. The increase. It doesn't matter whether the Bitcoin goes up or whether it goes down. You still have the same amount that you actually invested in.
Whoa, wait a minute. So what you're telling me, so the crypto-economics of Bitcoin is basically today, 1 Bitcoin is 37,000. And you're telling me, first of all, that's a sale, that Bitcoin is on sale right now. That's the high. Well, let's have a look, because this graph right here on the screen shows that Bitcoin has been up almost 60K. And if you look at it from this perspective, it looks like it's been going down for a few days. So like we've seen, it's almost a 50% sale. But I think what you're saying, like just with a pair of shoes or even a house, it's a store of value. You don't lose the house, you don't lose one of the shoes if it goes onto sale. You still look at a pair of Christian Louboutins, if they're $700, just because they go down to $350, you've not lost out. You've got the same pair of shoes, just now you can buy 2 for 1, for example. So now you've got, you know, another pair of shoes, or like you said, 3 pairs. So no matter what is happening with the price with Bitcoin, you've always got your same amount of Bitcoin. Is that what you mean?
Absolutely, Miss UK. For another comparison, you have a house. I've bought the house, maybe I tell you, bought the house at 54,000. Today it's worth like 280, 260. Now that was what, 22 years ago? Well, nearly 30 years ago. So with Bitcoin, you can do that in a week. You can do that in a month. Why are we waiting? Wow. How many years? No.
Wow, so it sounds like what Bitcoin is digital real estate. Digital real estate. You guys might be looking at this and thinking, well, I mean, first of all, I can't afford a whole Bitcoin for 37,000. But the great thing is, Angel, how much did you invest when you first invested in Bitcoin?
I invested £210.
And how much was Bitcoin at the time?
Bitcoin at that time, which is very very detrimental to me at the time. It was £99.99, just
So
one
just
penny
over
away
under
from 1,000.
1,000. Wow. Just under
Yeah.
1,000 for one Bitcoin.
Mm.
So as Bitcoin has now gone to 37,000, and I'm not going to do the maths. My maths is Morelli bait. It's interesting, but you guys can definitely look at the percentage growth from $1,000 to 37,000. And that same percentage growth on Bitcoin is going to be the same percentage growth on the $200 that Angel had invested on that day. Now you might say, wow, well, that's amazing. It looks like it's all over. But you guys trusted your bank. I didn't see anybody out there that said, you know, you don't like the bank. Well, let's see what the banks are saying about this Bitcoin. That's where you put your money, right? They're the people who you trust. You see, Citibank analysts, the analysts, the specialists at the places that you put your money in say that Bitcoin could surpass 300,000 by 2021. I mean, there's many analysts, Bloomberg are, you know, financial experts. They've got global indicators and analysis coming out of their ears. They're saying 400,000. So if you could buy a home today for 37,000, whether you have the full cash or not, you probably go and compound your interest, right, with somebody, or pay compounded interest by getting a mortgage, because you've been told that by the end of the year, that market is going to have increased. How many people have seen that happen? You've seen neighborhoods go from being next to nothing, and because they built a Walmart, they built a football stadium, now the area has appreciated. So no matter what's happening in the meantime on that street, that might slightly mean that the house devalues for a time. Overall, you can see long-term, the projection, it's up. And that is exactly the crypto-economics of Bitcoin, where you get a full breakdown inside our academy on this. Now, Queen Angel, really quickly before we move on, I just want to show them the inside. Tell us, since you came to Rich U, regarding our platform, our DCX Academy, what you really enjoyed.
Oh, well, guys, it's not hard to say, is it? It's cryptocurrency, the DCX Academy. Yes, guys, the DCX Academy. We have alerts. We receive alerts where we simply copy and paste. We copy the algorithms, what the experts sent to us, into MetaTrader 4, and simply copy, paste, and profit. That's all, guys. You know, there's educators.
Wow.
Go on, you know, we get the information from, so you can get confident. And yes, it does take, maybe, you know, could take you a couple of weeks. You know, you just got to really be just really intentional, and just take the notes, you know, those that make copious notes. Do you know
So
what I
I
mean?
think what you're saying, Queen Angel, is that inside this academy, what we are enrolled into, partnered with Rich University, when you guys get your access, when you guys get in tonight, you're able to get some tools, not just some education, not just the theory, but you're actually able, if you can see here, you get some tools. And what are these tools? Well, as long as you can read, you can go very far. You see this right here. This is an algorithm. This is something the banks are using, a scanner, what the banks use to trade your money. You have access to their tools, and it finds high probability trades, over 200 a week. Look at that, over 200 a week. And you also get 19 hours of live learning on what we call, I call Get Paid TV, also known as Go Live. And look at this right here. This is that DCX Academy, where you're able to see, oh, 1 second, I don't know, I'm always logging in and logging out. You're able to basically see, let's see real quickly, people in real time that do this for real, people that are actually experts, DCX experts, digital currency experts, people like Kurt Cobain, people like, I probably got him up right here, because there you go. There's Mr. Kurt. You can see what I've been doing. And what you're able to do is tap in real time. And if you miss it, everything is recorded. And you can see, just look at these labels. He's got classes on a cryptocurrency called ADA. He's letting you know about this DeFi space, this NFT space. Maybe you've heard these terms and don't know what the heck is going on. Well, guess what? If you are new, please start here. He's actually got a video for you who's probably thinking, what in the Bitcoin is going on? You're able to come and get your learning. You can compound your learning and actually see somebody real, a real life 9-figure earner who does this on a regular and do it with him. Okay, we recently this week, I don't know if anyone's got any testimonies about Superbid, some or any cryptocurrency gains that they've had inside.
All right, here we go.
Tell us about really quickly. If anyone's got a testimony, go ahead and raise your hand. In fact, let me do this really quick, allow all you guys to unmute just for the sake of time, because I want us to push on pretty quick. I want us to push on pretty quickly. So go ahead and let me know if anyone's got a testimony concerning the Crypto Academy or even HFX, what I went through really quickly. Then we're going to press some buttons and we'll close out. Anybody got anything that they want to add? Let me just do this real quick. Okie dokie. So what I want to do, because I can see that I have somebody on the line who is an absolute heavy hitter, and I know that literally she's in the middle of moving, shaking, traveling, painting the US of A rich. You guys heard, that we are literally a part of this amazing movement, a movement to impact nations and generations. It's bigger than just a university. This is something that is impacting lives, impacting families. And the CEO herself, somebody who is a Lifetime Achievement Awarder from Barack Obama, somebody who has definitely overcome many obstacles. She's a wife, she's a mother, she's a 3 times breast cancer survivor. She's an anointed woman of God, is 7-figure earner, achieved some great things, in this space and more. Somebody that I've had the pleasure to have known for almost 10 years. And like I said, be instrumental, in the logistics of seeing this amazing movement just boom and touch so many lives. Well, over 5,000 families on our mission to impact 1 million. And I've literally seen her leadership grow. I've seen her grow from private jets, to literally being the Bitcoin mommy. And I know that she literally is in the airport right now, so I definitely want to be respectful of her time and ask Dr. China Bethley, Lifetime Achievement Award winner Dr. China Bethley, are you out there?
Hey, UK, tell me if you can hear me. Okay, I'm super excited to be on with you guys. I am in the middle of an airport right now, but of course I would not miss this call. The United Kingdom is just absolutely so on fire right now. Listening to Queen Angel's testimony, breaking down what Bitcoin is. The world is going crazy right now. They don't realize that Bitcoin is 50% off right now. If I were you, I would be getting as much as I could if you understood the dynamics of this amazing digital space that we're in. As UK just mentioned, Rich University is really changing lives around the world, helping to impact people. And I'm headed right now to my own home city, New Orleans, for a Bitcoin over Birkin tour, showing people why they would want to get involved, how they need to get involved, where they can get these coins from outside of just the main Big Daddy Bitcoin, but how they can get into Superbid before it hits the main screens on this Monday, coming up with a big fight that we have, alternative coins that you can get in on literally before they even hit a penny. And so I'm excited about being inside of this digital space as a queen of cryptocurrency, one of the first Black women to really come into this space and not play no games with it. We 7 up, we 8 up, we 9 up, on our way to 10 up inside of this space. And it's absolutely just exciting. And so when I think about Miss UK, I think about the team here that's on represented. My heart is just really warm that they're continuing this mission. This is a space that you really could be very selfish about. You don't have to tell people about it. You can keep it to yourself because your money is going to work for you regardless. But what we know is that if we don't come into our communities with this conversation, the chances of it ever getting to us is slim to none. And so I'm excited right now for those of you that are listening in. Many of you have had an opportunity to have an experience. If not, we're going to put you in a trade to show you how we're getting paid on both sides of this thing, whether Bitcoin is going up or down. We're making money inside of the markets because we're trading it as well inside of the foreign exchange market. And so when it drops, we have an opportunity to make a whole lot of money. And so you guys are going to experience what it looks like to make money in minutes. When we say money in minutes, we're talking about 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, literally securing the bag. I don't care if you're a Gen Z. I don't care if you're a millennial. I don't care if you're a Gen Y. I don't care if you're a baby boomer or where you are inside of this space. I don't care if you're a single mom, if you're a ministry leader, or what you have going on. I promise you, you will make time to grow your money inside of the markets. It's absolutely amazing what we have happening. Many people are launching their businesses. Many people are sitting at home, literally pressing buttons on their phone, now being able to make money inside of a market that they knew nothing about 3 months ago, knew nothing about 6 months ago, knew nothing about a year ago. And now this market is paying their bills. And so I'm excited to extend the same opportunity to you guys as well. So with that being said, I'm gonna turn it back over to you, Miss UK. I want to welcome you guys to the family. We're excited to expand throughout the United Kingdom, all throughout the islands, throughout Africa, India, Asia. I'm super duper excited about everybody that's coming on board and representing real strong from wherever in the world you are. So back to you, Miss UK. I'm excited. Let's go. Let's keep running. It's winning season. Let's go.
Oh, wow. Absolutely. Let's go. Let's go. B.O.B. New Orleans, stand up, right? Nah. Let me tell you, there's something when you get to put your own home city on, right? Like home court advantage, baby. So I'm so super duper excited for what's about to go down in NOLA this weekend, literally this weekend. But I'm even more excited for what's happening right here, the UK, Manchester and beyond. As you know, you guys came here because our rich university gates are open. The doors are open. We've had open day and now open evening. So I want to shift gears real quick. Dr. China said something there. This is definitely a practical space. This is definitely something where you can press some buttons on a phone or a laptop and be up in profit. But I don't want you just to hear say. I want you to actually do. Like, we don't just talk the talk, we walk the walk. So let's give you an experience real quick, a rich experience. So that download at the beginning of this call, somebody drop www.pocket options in the chat one more time. Or you want to go to PO Trades on your smartphone. PO Trades on your smartphone. So what we're going to show you really quickly is how people are literally making money in minutes. This is something that you'll learn inside our HFX Academy. And I'm going to give you a super quick guided tour. And literally, this is like 4 clicks to get rich, okay? I'm going to teach you, well, if you know, somebody drop in the chat for me if you don't know your ABCs. Anyone don't know the ABCs on this call? Like, I just need to know the level, I need to know the levels. You don't need a PhD, you don't need a master's. Public high school diploma, if that's what PhD is standing for, right? But literally, if you don't know your ABCs, then this definitely isn't for you. So hopefully, good. I still got everybody here. Numbers haven't dropped. What about your 1, 2, 3s? Who can count? Not even count. Who can just identify numbers? You can see, you can match numbers up. This is like a simple game of, matching up and a rich game of Simon Says, right? Following instructions. The third thing is going to be shapes and colors. So hopefully everybody knows their red from their green. Okay, that's going to be important in this game. Okay, your red from your green. So let's have a look at the rules that people have been using to play a game that we feel like we've been blockbusted out of. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see the screen, but I want you guys to also compare that to what you can see either on your phone or your laptop. So in the top left-hand corner, somewhere around here, where I have my arrow, hopefully you guys can see, okay, somewhere around here, you will see some A, B, C's, some letters, okay? Now, if you're on the phone, you'll still see A, B, C's. It will be like a green, red flashing box kind of thing. You want to go ahead and tap on that, and that's going to reveal the rest of the ABC family. Now, maybe you just downloaded this, so it says something like Alorica, I think, it might say something like this, okay? Aloka, I don't even know how to pronounce the word, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't keep us away from the bag out here, okay? If that's correct, that's fine. You're just simply on stocks. Can you see stocks is highlighted on my screen? If you're on a phone, it might be yellow, okay? It might be yellow. So what you want to do is make the word currencies yellow, or have that highlighted as that is on my screen, okay? This is definitely the practical part. If you're watching me and not watching what you're doing, then you're definitely missing it, okay? This is a listen, learn, and apply situation. 4 clicks to get rich. You're literally about to have the rich experience of your life, okay? So what you want is to have currencies highlighted. Perfect. So now you can see the list of A, B, C's. Now just stick a pin in that for a moment. Now you know how to get there. Just stick a pin. I want you to move over to what may be at the bottom of your screen. Here it's on the right for me. I've just rearranged it slightly, but you might see it at the bottom of your screen, some numbers, okay? Some numbers. Purchase time will be the heading, and it will be M1, M2, M3, something like that. Hopefully everybody's with me and you can see the numbers that are normally located at the bottom of your screen, possibly under the red button on your phone if you have an iPhone. I do know that from memory. Now, next to that, where it says purchase time, it also says trade amount, okay? Trade amount, and there's a $sign. Let me break these down literally in 10 seconds flat. So the first number where it says purchase time, go ahead and click on that. Just click on that. You can see all these options now, right? You can see M1, M2, M3. Now the M simply stands for minutes. So you've got 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, up to, is that 4 hours? I wonder if anyone on here has ever done a 4-hour setup. I know I haven't. I was a big girl. I did 30 minutes. That was as big as I got, right? So just so you know, all of these are times. This is a time-based trading platform. So whichever one of these that you press, that's how long you're going to be in the trade for. Okay. So let's go ahead and put it on 1 minute. Okay, M1. Click M1 so M1 shows here, and then you're good to go. Now in trade amount, also you can tap on that. Now what's the trade amount? So you just opened an account, most likely with 1,000 if it was a demo. What you will know is that, or what you might not know, is that out of that 1,000, you're not going to put that whole thing into the market. Remember, we compound our interest. We compound our interest. That means that we turn small chunks as little, well, on this platform, I think, can you do $1? As little as $1, you compound it. You know, you increase that 1%, 2%, 3%. When you come inside the Rich University, you'll get tools like compounded calculators, where you can see if I was to grow my £500 2% a day in 90 days, how much would I have? And then you're able to stick to that, get accountability, then tap in with experts on Go Live TV and do what they're doing. Okay, great. So what you want to make sure is that you've put the amount that you want to trade in this market, okay, in one go. So if you've got 500, for example, you probably don't want to put 500 because that would be what we call over leveraging, gambling. That means if you click the button once, it doesn't do what you want, you've lost the whole thing. So you want to do like a 1 to 3%. 1 to 3% is what the experts advise. So if you've got 1,000, that's going to be anything from $10 to $30. Okay, so I'm right at 25. Brilliant. Hopefully everyone's there. Hopefully everyone's there. Okay. Miss Break Bread, so she like her money quick. I know that's right. So the next thing I said, shapes and colors, right? Shapes and colors. Now you see these 2 arrows maybe at the bottom of your screen. 2 arrows here. 1 arrow is green and that arrow points up. 1 arrow's green, that arrow points up. Somebody drop in the chat the word call, C-A-L-L, and then also drop in the word buy, B-U-Y. Now why do those words mean anything to this color? Well, every single time you press the green button, you're saying you want the market to go up. You're saying that you want price to buy. So if you were on a live session with one of our multi-million-dollar experts right now, they would simply say to you, go ahead and for 2 minutes on USDJPY, press the green button, let's do a call, let's call. So just to reiterate, green arrow pointing up equals buy or call. That is the official term in these markets, right? The sophisticated term is call. You learn all this in the academy. See, I told you it's like a new language, right? Good job. You've got the largest, the best digital academy in the world to support you. There's also a red arrow, and that red arrow points down. That red arrow points down, meaning that's exactly what you want these red and green bars to do. You want it to go down if you press that. That is also known as put or sell. You want the price to drop, to decrease. So unlike stocks where you invest in a company, you invest and you want that to do well so that your money appreciates, here on the right side of Bitcoin, we can actually take a position in the market digitally. Digitally, remember, smartphones, smart homes, smart watches. This is smart money. With smart money, you can take a digital position in the largest financial market in the world, and even when the price is going down, you win. So let's put all this together. Let's align it up. Let's do a quick practice run. Yeah, let's do a quick practice run. Who's ready? Who is ready like Freddy? So what we're gonna do next, I'm gonna tell you which of these currencies to select. Now, just before I do that, I want to show you, this is the return that you're getting on your investment, okay? So you see that each of the letters has a percentage after it. You have 80% for some, 76%, 62, etc. So we're advised inside our academy which trades to take. We don't go below a certain percentage, which you'll find out when you join, because a certain percentage means that you're probably not giving yourself the best risk to reward. And being a good investor is all about great risk to reward. Okay, so whatever, say it was 80%. And you did $10, you put $10 into the market, then what you would get back for your $10 investment would be $18. If that was $100, then what you would get is $180, and so on, right? You get back an 80% return. That's almost the whole thing doubled, and this can go up to like 90-odd%, right? Brilliant. So what we're going to do, I see the markets just switched over to the closed market, so my analysis or anything won't even matter here, because the market's actually closed in 10 minutes. Technically, they've closed now. It is Friday, but we can still trade in this over-the-counter market. So one of my faves, even though it's not been my fave, in fact, let's do EU. Where's EU? How much is EU paying us? I don't even see it on there. Okay, what I want you guys to do is select USD JPY. Ooh, what's this been doing? It's been buying like no tomorrow. Who got in this? Ooh, look at that buy. Why is this delicious? You see, imagine you entered the market here and you said you wanted the market to go up. It went a lot of up. Can you see that? Simple patterns. It went a lot of up. This means that you would have been in profit. You would have definitely been in profit. Okay. Let me look at something really quickly. So let me know. Drop UJ in the chat when you guys have actually gone ahead and pulled up UJ. When you've pulled up UJ, just drop a UJ in the chat. Just line this up real quick. Okay, looks like we're at a good level here of resistance. Perfect. Okie dokie, right. So what we're gonna do now, make sure that your time is set. Once you set your time, that's it. You don't have to do it every single time. So we're gonna get ready to press the red button, guys. We're gonna get ready to press the red button for 1 minute. In fact, let's just press it now. It's already kind of started moving. So press the red button put. Press the red button put to go down. This is just so you guys can see. And we're in profit. How do I know we're in profit? Because let's get a bit closer really quickly. So we were in profit for a second. And let me tell you what we want to happen and how I know this. Hopefully you guys have pressed the button. Oh, 1 second. I don't know what's going on with this laptop. So where we press the button, or where I press the button, yours could have been slightly different. I'll probably press it again if it just comes up slightly to this green line. There we go. There we go. I want to see a red candle. I want to see this bar, which is a candle. I want it to drop below where I've entered. You know, where I have entered, I want this to go below. So literally it's sitting on that. When it goes below, you will see that this will be profitable. But remember, I said this is time-based. This is time-based. So what you see here is that it's counting down. Now, if you're on the phone, you won't actually see the countdown timer, okay? The view that you've got doesn't show you the countdown timer, but it does when you're on the laptop. So I've literally got 30 seconds left in this piece. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this because I'm a bit of an OG at HFX now. And I'm gonna put in a quick sneaky one right behind it for 30 seconds. That was a little bit higher position, right? So what you guys, who's in? Who took the trade? Who took the trade? I see UJ's in the chat. I see UJ's in the chat. I got 10 seconds. Who's still in with me? I got 10 seconds on one and 15 on the other. So what I need to happen is for this to be red and to be below where I've entered. So the first one, I'm already out. I'm already out. So that's 1% of my account down, okay? Now this other one, I've got 3, 2, 1. Who cleared? I didn't. Who cleared that trade? And it's about to drop right now. I can see it. So that's basically how simple it is. Pressing the button. Somebody tells you the letters. You know, you go ahead and fix your numbers to the time that you want, and you press the buttons, guys. Now I want to know who did it. Just drop a one. Drop P's in the chat for pocket options. If you literally just put in your first $6.7 trillion trade in this market. I want to know who I'm talking to. Am I talking to a load of watchers or winners? Am I talking about to people who participate in their own destiny or watch from the sidelines? Because let me tell you, it's already June 2021. And if you haven't realized, the world's back open and it's a lot more expensive than it was sitting at home. So there's certain kind of a certain attitude that's going to determine our altitude. And there it goes. If anybody's still in the trade, you literally would have just cleared that as it just dropped right there. Okay. But this is moving super duper. So like we said, the market is closed, probably the worst time to get in. And you'll learn all about this, the trading times and sessions, but 5 minutes before market close definitely wouldn't be the best time to get in. But what I love, before we move on and close out with our third speaker, something slightly different. I don't even want to look at this because I tell you, this little rascal is going to drop. Look at that. It's dropping like it's hot. I want to know, anyone clear? Anyone literally clear that? Anyone in a little later? If you were in literally 15 seconds later, and this is the thing with time-based trading, right? Literally extra 15 seconds and you would have cleared. So where do we, how do we know? Like, how do we know? Because I am not going to be calling you up every day to let you know what buttons to press, right? I am literally not going to be there saying, oh, by the way, you know, Angela, just go ahead and press, you know, USD JPY real quick. I don't have to, because what we have is experts that are doing that on our behalf. Okay, inside our academy, we have some unique tools. We have some very unique tools. If I can pull them up real quick, where was we? There we go. So we have some very unique tools for all our academies, such as HFX, FRX, and DCX. These are our money academies. Actually give us all the answers to the tests. And while we're figuring it out, we get sent alerts via our app. We get sent alerts via our app that are telling us all the time exactly what it is that we should do. Look at this one. Don't even look at the all the different lines and charts, but you can see sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy. It was telling you all day. Okay, this Euro USD, it told you to sell it. This GBP USD, it told you to sell it. Yeah, and all day it's basically letting you know exactly what is available for you to trade. And that's just one of our multi-million-dollar software that you will be proficient in. You'll get the ABCs 1, 2, 3 breakdowns in exactly how to use them. So just drop a 1 in the chat if you guys are following along so far. And we're about to switch gears really fast before we close out, because I think it's important to show something that doesn't get a lot of attention all the time, but is a huge trillion-dollar market, especially when everybody has been inside and have been online, right? So while the world's been closed, if you've wanted to do shopping, you know, you had to go maybe Amazon, you know, you had to go eBay maybe. Basically, what those two things have in common is that they're both online. They're both digital enterprises. So I'm going to bring somebody to the forefront right here, somebody that's close to my heart, because they're actually my mother. And she has definitely been taking advantage of our PH Dropshipping Academy, ECX. So hopefully she can come to the front of the stage. Let's go ahead and see if I can find her real quick. Make sure that you're able to unmute. There you go. You should be able to unmute now, Mrs. J.
Hey.
Hey, how you doing?
Happy Friday, guys. Oh, wow. Yes, I was actually introduced to this space last year, January, you know, and by March, you know, we got hit by the lockdown. I was locked out of shopping. All the shopping malls were closed, traffic center, you name it, they were closed. I was locked out of church, and anyone that knows me will tell you that I like to worship, I love to sing. I was locked out of my job. Oh my God, I'm a school teacher, you know, but all the schools were closed, so I was locked out. So I started to look at the academy because I really needed a solution. You know, my daughter had introduced me to the academy by then. Shout out to my husband, Mr. A, who is always the solution for our family. He is a great provider, and I appreciate all that he does for me and the family. However, the academy provided me with the income that my husband and I actually prayed for at least 5 years prior to this, you know. We would pray together all the time, and I found myself praying to God for an opportunity to work from home because, yes, even though I love teaching as a career, you know, I was getting a bit weary. You know, I've been teaching for over 20 years. And I was looking for a way out already, you know. So I was asking God, you know, that I would love to get paid at home, at least £1,000, you know, a week or more, you know.
This is one of the schools you started at, right? Speaking of academy.
Eh?
This is one of the schools you started at, speaking of academy.
Yes, I spoke. It's now called Academy, but I used to teach at a school called Juicy High School, which I don't think, well, don't know anyone. Is anyone on the line that remembers Juicy High School?
Shout out Juicy High. I do. My school
Hi.
used to have wars with Juicy High School. It was definitely one of the urban schools, right? Is that a nice way to say in the hood?
I don't know.
But tell us, Mrs. J, really quickly, because being from a teaching background, you're obviously very familiar with syllabus, you know, teaching children from a curriculum. So now we're talking about, you know, the elite level of education, particularly now PH dropshipping, something that is a whole marketplace of its own. What's the difference between the curriculum or the kind of syllabus that you get inside the Rich University partnered with IM Academy, comparing to what you were shown to teach for 20 plus years to these kids?
Well, in the academy, things are a lot more practical, you know, more practical based, because when we learn and we actually apply as we learn. Whereas at school, it was theory based, more theory, textbook based. So of course, you know, it's going to be a bit more, you know, textbooky. Where with this academy is excellent because it's so easy, because the way it's set out in video form, short videos are not too long, and there's tests that you can take. You can take your test over and over again. So it's an excellent learning, you know, tool. And to me, I think it's amazing. It works for me, and as a teacher, I can honestly say that it is a good. They put it together really well. It is what it says on the packet. It is an elite education. Yes.
So when we're talking about PH dropshipping really quickly, and just what you're saying, that practical application. So what actually do you get when you are a part of, you know, when you're doing the ECX Academy? The goal is to have a store, right? An online store at the end of it. Is that right?
That's right. You know, with ECX, we learn how to get paid through dropshipping. With dropshipping, I can take customers' orders, but I don't physically have the goods. So the advantages of dropshipping is that I don't have to pay storage costs because we don't hold any stock. The products are sent straight to the buyer from the warehouse once I receive the payment. So once I receive the payment, hey, so I don't have to even pay out any money. It's amazing, you know, plus I don't have to handle any packaging or handling and returns. It's all done for you. Dropshipping is definitely a smarter way to do online, you know, retailing. It really is, most definitely.
Wow, amazing. So if you don't have to handle any of the stock, okay, you don't have to pay out on the front end. How is the money actually made in ECX when it comes to online shopping? I know that what I pay for online goods, the retail value, how are you making money off that? If I'm online, I see a pair of shoes, I click on that, and that happens to be your store. How do you make a return? How do you make the profit?
Well, basically, it's profit. You know, obviously we have to give a percentage up to the warehouse for making it available, but we take a decent cut out of every product that is there. And what happens also, they have things called hot products. Hot products are popping up all the time, like you just said, and because they're sold, the hot products, because everyone wants them. So we are blessed to have access to these hot products, and people are sending us money. They're putting money in our inbox so that we can buy them. We can, you know, send them quickly to them without any cost on our part. So it is amazing.
Oh, wow. So
amazing.
Basically, if I see, you know, a pair of shoes online for £80, and I already think that's half price because I saw them somewhere else for 160. So I'm going to send £80 for the shoes. That you get a ka-ching on your phone on your side to let you know somebody made a sale. How much do you send the whole £80 to the wholesaler?
No, well, no, definitely not. We just send a percentage to the wholesaler, and we keep a large percentage.
Right? You send the cost, so it's wholesale versus retail.
That's
basically.
Right. So, for instance, it might be a pair of men's shoes, and the cost of it to buy, retail cost is £12.99. you know, and then that same pair of male shoes we can obviously sell it for $60, 60, you know, whatever dollars, or depending on pounds, depending on what you're selling it in, but £60, say. So that £12, you know, it's a no-brainer. There's a lot of markup there, if you understand what markup is. So yeah, there's lots of money to make.
Comes from.
So much
So
profit.
Wow. So guys, what you basically heard today is different ways in multi-trillion-dollar markets, how digitally people are compounding their interest, how they're taking like what you just did, you know, with HFX, with that money in minutes, you took maybe £10, maybe £25 and grew at 80%. There's also leverage trading, you know, where people are taking as little as 10p and turning 10p into, well, there's no cap. It just really depends on your level of patience, to be honest, your discipline, you know, and what it is that your goals are. You know, those things are very simple. So what happens next? Because a lot of this information is great, but information is only transformation once it's applied. And to be honest, when it comes to an elite level of education, the one thing that we never had, which you guys are getting the opportunity to get today, is access. Access. Somebody drop in the chat access, because access definitely leads to your success. It's hard for you to be successful without having access to certain tools, products, or even people, right? So a lot of the time it's not what you know, but who you know. So access is going to give you the right keys to open the right doors. And who feels like they've been playing the game the right way? You know, they went to school, they got a good education to get a good job, but maybe that's not panning out for you. Maybe you've got more compounded interest you're paying out than is coming in, right? Debt letter after debt letter. So you're wondering, wait a minute, it feels like I'm switching the radio over with the Sky remote. You know, you don't have the keys for the right doors. So what you'll be able to get today is access. And access is something that has changed the trajectory of so many people inside our rich university. In fact, one of our biggest testimonies are people paying off student loan debt, people that are firing their boss, people that have literally been able to retire their parents, and it goes on and it goes on. But basically, you need to be you need to be able to get on the inside, right, so that you can get access. But once you've got access, you also have to do something which I can't do for you, which the educators can't do for you. No matter how much they're making, they can't give you the belief. They can't give you the belief. You see, faith is like a staircase, a dark staircase that you take a first step and you don't even know what to expect. You don't know what the rest of the staircase looks like, but you have to put one foot in the front of the other. It's a verb. It's something that you do. You have to believe. And the thing about belief is that the belief is yours. I told you, my belief isn't going to work for you. Even if I believe in you, I can't do your believing for you. And you will receive what you believe, whether it's true or not. No matter what it is that you believe, that's actually what you get. So whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. You think you can or you think you can't, you're right. And this is one of the biggest things when it comes to a space where you have $6.7 trillion available. Do you know that there's 7 billion people almost on this planet, and $6.7 trillion moving a day means that every single person, there's enough for each to be a millionaire, to have 1 million and some change? Tell me, what are you doing to claim your million? What have you got right now? What vehicle are you using to get access to your million? Every single time you're paid from your job, do you have enough left over to even start to think, well, what, you know, to really build? Like, what is it that you've got access to? Who is it that you know? What people do you know that are able to do the things that you want, able to, you know, get to the goals that you're saying that you want, that you actually have the access? And now, do you actually believe it's possible? Because the funny thing about belief is that this world tends to strip people down and make people feel like things aren't possible, things that maybe you thought, dreamed about once upon a time, that's becoming dimmer and dimmer and dimmer because you're focusing on your environment and the things around you are not reflective of the things that once you believed. So now you're just going through the motions, robbing Peter, robbing Paul, whoever you've got to rob just to make it to the end of the month, right? Is that why you were put here on this earth? Just to pay somebody's bills? Or do you really believe that there's more for you? Now, if you've got the access now you believe it, now you're on goal. This is like being now in the gym, okay? You've subscribed to the gym, you know, you've paid the fees, and you're here, you're in the middle of the gym, you've got the weight section, you've got the Zumba classes, you've got the treadmill, and you're stood there, but you don't actually get on any of the equipment. And you're wondering why that belly, it's June, like bellies, I'm telling you, the sunshine just shone so much, you might say shade, but it just put some certain people in the light and made people think, whoa, 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 what's going on here? You see, there's got to be a certain level of commitment. Commitment basically means that you're going to continue to do what it is that you believe in and what you've got access to. You see, commitment means that if you're in bed and you're paying for the gym every single month, but you're never getting on the equipment, then that belly is still going to be flabby. That belly ain't going to even be a 1-pack. Even if you did a half an hour on the treadmill today and you never went to the gym for 2 months, guess what? You didn't commit. You didn't commit. And the thing about commitment is that some of you may even be on this today, right? You might be on this today. Maybe you've got some Bitcoin. Maybe you've done, it's one of those things. I've done something like this, but then you're out there looking, okay, well, let me see what they're doing. I heard that this girl did this, always chasing, someone else's, testimony that, okay, well, if they did this, then I'm gonna do it. But the truth of the matter is commitment is like grass. Commitment is like grass. What do I mean? You see, a lot of people have that grass is greener mentality. They're always looking for the grass to be greener on the other side. But the only reason that someone's grass is greener is because they spent time committing to doing what they needed to do to water their grass, sowing into their grass. They committed. Go on, forest, mow that grass. So while you're looking over the fence at somebody else's green grass, your grass is looking crazy, patchy, it's got weeds. You see, all commitment means is that you have to be all in for what it is that you say you believe, all in for the things that you say you want, day by day, not just compounding your interest, but just compounding your own self-development, compounding your own, your own skill set. Like, what are the things that you're doing every single day? Small things. They say it takes 21 days to make a habit, 90 days to make that thing permanent. What habits are you creating today that in the next 90 days are going to mean that your what will we be in then, August or maybe even September, is basically it's gonna thank you for whatever decision that you made today. The things that you decided to do today, that's going to change the trajectory of your financial future. A lot of people, they just don't have the vehicle. A lot of people, they just don't have the commitment level. So with that being said, let's see exactly how you guys, can get started, because I know you're literally sat there thinking, boy, I'm ready. Like, send me the link. And that's the magic word. If you're literally sat here saying, look, I am ready to go. I get it. I don't really understand it all right now, but I'm willing to be taught. I'm willing to be guided. If somebody can literally put me in the right place at the right time with the right people, then I really believe in divine alignment. I really believe that, I really can't go wrong. The rest is up to me. So if that's you, I want to personally say you are definitely a king or queen after my own heart. And I want to welcome you into the Rich University. So you guys should have been sent a link by the person who invited you on this call today. It's going to pull up a page similar to this. Before we even get here, I want to take you guys, or I want to ask you guys, how much do you think something like this, getting access to $6.7 trillion every single day, Mrs. J spoke about an academy that teaches you how to have an online store, how to be your own Amazon, right? And be running things in and not even in and out of the house, because you don't even have to house the products. And for one pair of shoes, you could be making £80, £60. The markups are crazy. You heard Queen Angel talking about a 200 investment that she made in Bitcoin, and has definitely, well, I don't even know how many X that thing, but just look at the numbers, it was 1,000 and now it's 37,000. So that's definitely a lot of zeros that have been added to the end of that. Okay. So for access, that level of access, what do you think something like this would cost? And for those of you who's been to university, if you've been to college, university, you're definitely used to paying for education, You're definitely used to paying for education. And if you've got young ones, nieces, nephews, then exactly what you just were educated on today, what you were exposed to today, one way or another, they're going to have to go and get educated on it. And most people, what do? We send our children, to basically acquire some debt. And I'm not even saying that's a throw shade, because I did it. I went to university, and what the course that I paid for doesn't pay me. Let's just put it that way. But I don't stop them coming back for theirs. Okay. We acquired debt day one because we have to pay a lump sum, right? Who knows about Sally Mae? Who's tired of seeing Sally Mae's name on their check, right? Student loans on their check. You're like, I don't know these people. I don't have no friends at the student loan company. Why are they getting 18%, 15% of my check? You see, this is exactly the same cycle what we've been taught to go through on the hamster wheel. And here you can see Harvard University, one of the most reputable universities in the world. Oh, look, they're teaching on Bitcoin. blockchain. And guess what? There is a fee. There is a fee standard. There's always a fee, right? You pay for what you pay for. You paid $2,700, and this course is now closed, but that was a 6-week course. Let's see a few courses that are also open, just so you guys can see. So if you wanted to have financial technical education at Cambridge, one of the most reputable universities here in the UK, then you would pay the program fees of 2,000 USD a month, okay? 2,000 USD a month. And look at this, you get 6 weeks online learning. Again, I told you the future was digital, right? Online, so you don't even get a classroom, you don't even get to see a Mrs. J, and you pay $2,000 to get 4 to 6 hours a week. 4 to 6 hours a week. There's 7 days in a week, so that's not even an hour a day. Just to put this into perspective, $2,000, 6 weeks, less than an hour a day. Now, let's just compare that to what we got going on over here on the right side of Bitcoin. You see, just one of our tools, I can pick any one, just the one that's already highlighted. This already tells me that I get 19 hours on just this one. It's telling me that I've got access to how many educators? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 experts, that this is how they make their daily bread. They're hedge funders, investment bankers, you know, they're up on Wall Street. So I get to sit in rooms with them, what some people pay 25,000 plus for. We got somebody out here in our community that literally was about to pay that kind of money to trade with one person, right? We've also got people in this community that are in study that basically pay 2,000 every week. Hold tight, Miss Break Bread. You know, we just had a launch last week. I didn't know. Once you paid for your whole PhD, you still have to get accreditation so that you can get, you know, promotions and pay rises. And she don't even see her teacher in her classroom. She doesn't even get an hour a week with the person. But $2,000 every, was it 8 weeks? Every 8 weeks, something along those lines. But let me tell you really, really quickly. Let me show you, you know, really, really quickly. What it is that you guys actually would be rendering today. Somebody say today, because this for me blew my whole entire mind, because I really counted myself out. You know, when we see elite, we don't really feel like that's something that we can afford. But as you can see here, the Elite Academy is complete with every single thing that you saw today bar ECX. So you get the Forex Academy. Remember that Foreign Exchange Academy? In the Foreign Exchange Academy, people are making money on gold. People are making money on USD JPY. People are making money on oil. People are making money on basically every form of currency that you can think of. It's where all the money lives, right? This is going to give you great foundational knowledge. And this academy on its own would normally cost you $235. On its own, it would give you one of the over 30 tools that we have and access to the TV channel that is just for FRX. Then we got that money in minutes, that higher frequency Forex. What you guys did tonight, you basically pressed the button and you were able to get into the market in, what was it, 1 minute? 1 minute later, you had a result, okay? And that's exactly what you do at HFX. Again, 235, just for that academy alone, okay? Then you've got DCX. Who knows about crypto? We taught Superbit today. We taught Ethereum. You might not understand what any of these things are, but just know that there is digital real estate out there with your name on it. But you got to get in where you fit in, because in a minute, you ain't going to be able to fit in. You got to get in where you fit in, because in a minute, you ain't going to be able to fit in. There's only 21 million Bitcoins in the world, and 90 million of them are already owned. So basic supply and demand lets you know, as the supply decreases, the demand increases and the value. Like, if you think that right now, when we're talking 300,000 by the end of the year, 400,000 by the end of the year, I mean, you're going to be looking so, I mean, I don't want to say it, but yeah, interesting, right? Not the opposite of smart, right? When you're seeing that something that you could have had the opportunity to purchase, to get in on when it was 37K is worth 37 mil. And you're still alive in your lifetime. And all you have to do is put it, you know, make an investment, just like you put your money in the bank and it sits there passively. People are out here accumulating 3 whole Bitcoins, you know, and 5 whole Ethereum. Shout out 16 generations of wealth right there. That's children's children, like reoccurring all the way, like, wow. So what you also get, like, remember I said this is an elite life, so you get every one of those academies. No, you don't have to pay for each of them, which would run you over $600, Well, guess what? Look at all these friends. Look at all these add-ons. Vibrata, Gold Cup, Pivots, Levels, Freedom, Freedom, Hourglass. Don't you just love the names? Oh, looks like the price went up. Anybody see that? The price went up. We got more things added to the academy, baby. Look, now it's over 1,000 worth of product. This is going and this is growing. Let me tell you, there's something about that inflation, boy. If your money ain't going up 13% a year, then literally you're blockbusting yourself out of the game. So it's already gone up. So what you would normally get, what you would normally pay over $1,000 for today, somebody say today, you get a discount. I mean, this is more than 50% right here. $709 off. The discount is $709. So that means that you can get access today, access to tools, products, services, TV channels, mentorship, like Dr. China Bethany, like your husband Logic, like Bob Proctor. We didn't even go and show you, Mr. Bob Proctor, the secret Mr. Bob Proctor. You actually get access for $325 one time today. That's how you get to start using the gym. You pay your join fee, $325. Here in the UK, that's about 240 quid. Now, if you guys are out there in the world, a couple of years go for dinner and you eat that. My girls, if you like to, you like to whip that hair back and forth, that's bundles before the installation. Guys, don't play with me. I've been in Foot Locker. I've seen Jordans that are like more than that. So this ain't money that we're not used to paying. Just what are you used to getting back in return? A lot of us make such poor risk to reward. All the risk, no reward, right? Or very little. Now, what I love is that this gives the average person not to have to go and, get in bed with Sally Mae, not to have debt against their name and see red letter after red letter. You see, there's no contracts, no fees that you're locked into. You optionally can stay connected to the TV services, stay connected to the apps giving you money alerts. And I'm about to ask for a testimony real quick before we wrap up. So you can see the kind of money that people are making in this market that covers this anyway, hands down. So $275 keeps you connected every 28 days to the apps, to the products, to the services, to the TV, to the trading plan, to every single thing you've seen tonight and more for $275. Like, that's less than 200 quid. Like, people are paying Sky bills and whatnot more than that, right? That's crazy to me, because everything that I've got on my Sky TV ain't putting no money in my pocket. In fact, I don't even watch TV no more. That makes me feel like I've got too much free time if I'm watching TV. I only watch places where, where I get paid. That's the TV. I watch Get Paid TV. I watch Millie Mills at 5. I watch Kurt Cobain live at 5, right? At 10 rather. So if anybody has a testimony before we wrap real quick, that's our open evening. You guys were able to come, see, touch, and smell. Let me just make sure, because I think that you guys should be able to unmute. I did see somebody with their hand raised earlier. Before we close out real quick. Oh, Miss Break Bread.
Hello, can you hear me? This Miss Break Bread. Let's see, can you see me as well? Hey, all the way from Jacksonville, Florida, sunny Florida in the summertime. But let me tell you something. Here in Florida, every afternoon it showers to cool us down because we're hot, but we're not hotter than these tools that you guys are able to use. Let me tell you something. I got to be honest. I made $36. Let me tell you, I made a mistake in over the time, and it got me $36. So let me tell you something.
Today,
that is now. Money in just right now. Yes, that's what I was trying to unmute. And I like my money fast and my cars fast, so I'm driving and all of that. But I made a mistake and set it for 3 minutes, and so I cleared 36. So let me tell you something now.
$36 by accident.
By accident. Let me tell you something. I came into this space because it was a divine purpose.
Oh, your audio's just gone funny. We can't hear you. Miss O'Deal, we can't hear you. What happened? Can you guys hear me? We can't hear you. I don't know what happened. It made a funny noise like the headphones or something.
Can you hear me now?
There you go. Yeah,
I apologize. So listen. So yeah, I got one of these smartphone car situations, so it goes back and forth. Can you still hear me?
Yep.
Okay. So what I was saying real quick is, so I'm a registered nurse, right? and we make decent. I'm one of those that has a lot of degrees, okay, and a lot of student debt, okay? So at the end of the day, with all those degrees and everything that's going on, you still are not making that kind of money. So I'm gonna tell you one thing. On my nursing job, I'm not making money in minutes. This platform has so many tools and resources that we can utilize to make money and create our income, right? So let me tell you, of all the things in this span is you can write your paychecks. Went through it has shown us we cannot trust in it. And nursing, one of the #1 profession and one of those jobs that everybody said that, oh, you're gonna always have a job. Guess what? When COVID hit, we didn't have a job, right? But I tell you one thing, the markets were open right now. Every 8 weeks, just like Miss UK said, it's costing $2,000 every 8 weeks for classes, right? I don't get to see the instructor. They don't care. They give you everything in the beginning and they just let you run. In this circle and in this environment, you have hands-on, you have leaders, you have tools in your resources. You have room to over 200 educators that are with you, that walk you through. We trade, we see our finances, our investments just rise to unbelievable levels. So I'm gonna tell you one thing. This is the time and this is the season. You gotta make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Money in minutes. Where can you make $36 accidentally
Right.
and clear in less than 3 minutes? You know, it's so many tools. I have so many windows open. You can just literally be at home and say, you know what, I want to make a little bit of money. You make that money and then you hop back to what it is that you have to do. So I'm just telling you guys, this is the time and this is the season. I am Miss Break Bread. I'm done speaking.
Woo, Miss Break Bread, definitely out here breaking
Yeah, I
bread.
like my fast car. I love the fast car.
Let's go, Forex. Let's
go ahead and do it.
What I love is that, first of all, like, I feel like I've been lied to, because I was told that, the medical profession was kind of like goals, right? I had no idea that in the medical profession that we already did the numbers, the other week, that so many people, they pay so much for school, tens of thousands, and only 15% of them make it. And of that 15% that make it, they're still having to then pay thousands just to be able to be paid at what you was told you would be paid as a doctor, as a nurse, all these different things. So Miss Break Bread out there in sunny Florida, definitely, wow, what I would do to swap places with you right now is able, while she's even on this call, making an extra $36 and then some. So she's able to, in between her shifts, some people are really, this COVID situation has put them in a very compromising position in the medical field. So for me, I just like the freedom of it all. I like being able to put my money on assignment, hire my money, while I'm doing whatever it is that I want to do. Some people, maybe you love the things that you do for a living, but maybe it doesn't love your bank account in return. So, you need to up those streams, have multiple streams, have a passive wallet over there, Bitcoin, crypto, Ethereum moving, then you're over here making money in minutes, you're over there in FRX, and then you got some drop shipping going on. I'm talking 7 streams. That's biblical. 7 streams, even 8, it said, because you don't know what in the pandemic is going to happen next. So that being said, happy Friday. I definitely want to see you guys at the top, because the bottom is way, way, way too crowded. Get back with the person who invited you, and I'll see you on the inside of the palace. I'm gonna mention the clock. Let me tell you. So how can we meet at the top? How can we meet at the top, y'all? Hey, I said my money hit different. I can make 1,000 in a minute. In a minute.
Go Miss UK.
The theme song to the movement. Bye, guys. About to go make this money in a minute. In a minute.